Discography, Dave Graney and Clare Moore, 1979 with Steve Miller, Liz Dealey, Phil Costello. Adelaide, and this is Melbourne. We came to Melbourne. First record on a go-go, Where the Trees Walk Downhill. Cover by Geraldine Moore. The next one was Gone Dead, but we don't have a copy on a go-go. This is on the UK label Red Flame, The Disciples Know. UK label in 1983, Runaway. UK label Red Flame, Enough Leagues to Live On. That's me, Bled and Butcher photo. The Nudists on Red Flame, Engine Shutter. The Nudists on A Go Go, cover by Dave Last, Engine Shutter. The Nudists on Red Flame, an album 1983-84, Thirsty Calling. The Nudists on Red Flame, 1985, Double Life. The Nudists on Creation Records in 1985, Justice and Money 2. And Mick Harvey on piano on that one. David McClymont joined in 1986, and we did this for Tim Records, TYM, part of Abstract, and it's called Take the Red Carpet Out of Town. The last EP by the Nudists, and this is called, well, it had 4 songs on it. It's just a 4-track EP. It had Something's Gotta Give, something like that, and Somebody to Love, Hey Little Gary, and It Takes a Thief with David McClymont and Malcolm Ross. First Coral Snakes EP. This is still with Clare Moore and myself, with the Coral Snakes, with Louis Vors, Gordy Blair, and Malcolm Ross. Recorded this in Melbourne with Phil Vinyl producing. These are for Fire Records with the White Buffaloes at East Stone Beach. Recorded this in Croydon in the UK. This is I Was the Hunter and I Was the Prey. 1990, came out in 92. This is the White Buffaloes, recorded in Melbourne 1990, came out in 92. These came out on CD, and in the UK and the US had I Was the Hunter, My Life on the Plains, and I Was the Hunter. This is Lure of the Tropics, Melbourne 1992, came out. Later re-released. That's the original cover on Torn and Frayed Records with Steve Cross in Melbourne. This is our album Night of the Wolverine. That's the re-release from 1996. Recorded in one day in 1992, came out in 93. This is our album, our top 10 album, You Want to Be There But You Don't Want to Travel. Had 2 covers, that was the original. All these covers from 1990 onwards are by Tony Marnie. This is our gold record album, The Soft and Sexy Sound, produced by Victor Van Vught. This is one of my favourites, the last one with the Coral Snakes, 1997, where The Devil Drives, recorded in Melbourne and mixed in London. David Ruffy helping us mix it. This is me and Claire with the Dave Graney Show, 1998, came out in 99 with Stuart Pereira and Adele Pickvance. It's called the Dave Graney Show. One of my favourites. This is also a really cool album, A Kiss Tomorrow Goodbye, came out in about 2000 on Shock Records, Cockaigne Records through Shock, and also Cooking Vinyl in the UK. This is Clare Moore's first solo album, The Third Woman, on Chapter Music. This is album Heroic Blues, which came out in about 2001, 2002, with Billy Miller playing with us on this one, as well as Adele, Stuart Pereira. This is, again, the same people. This is called The Brother Who Lived, which is a bit of a rebirth for me. Felt very good with this recording, and it's another great cover by Tony Marnie. This is Hashish and Liquor from 2005, a double disc with myself and Clare Moore having a disc each, and like a male-female conceptual thing. This one featured Mark Fitzgibbon, the jazz maestro, on keys. And this is when Stu Thomas first came onto recording with us, 2006, with keeping it unreal, reinterpretations of lots of our songs with 5s, bass and 12 string. And I did the cover for this one, so you can't blame Tony for that. This is a bit of a masterpiece, 20078, with another Tony Marnie masterpiece cover. And it's a really great album. I love this album, and again it had Mark Fitzgibbon and really got the best out of Stu Thomas and Stuart Pereira on it. It's a compilation from Universal of our Coral Snakes period called The Baddest. I stole the title from a Stanley Turrentine album. This is Claire Moore and Dave Graney, the soundtrack to the movie Bad Eggs. Fantastic time making the music for a great movie by our friend Tony Martin. This is a compilation of the Moodists' Two-Fisted Art that came out. This is a record. Claire Moore did all the music for this, and I did some of it, and it's a really lyrical album. A great cover by Tony Marnie, and he's very literal, knock yourself out. So Tony's always very literal. This is a reworking, remixing, resung songs from the previous decade, and it's called Super Modified. Kind of a hot rod that used to go around the track when I was a kid. This is a re-recording of our 90s period for Liberation called Rock and Roll Is Where I Hide, mixed by Victor Van Vught in New York. This is a great rock and roll album from 2012 called You've Been In My Mind, which I put together after I did my book 1001 Australian Nights. This is a solo album from 2014 called Fearful Wiggings. Again, it's got a lot from Claire Moore on it, as well as Stu Thomas playing on it. And this is The Dames, a album Claire put together with Kay Louise Patterson and Rosie Westbrook. Came out on our label Cockaigne in 2015, mixed by Barry Adamson, our old friend Barry, who did our first EP with the Coral Snakes at his Stone Beach for Fire. And we have made 3 albums with Harry Howard. This is the first of the only one I have to hand, called Near Death Experience. And this is an album with Claire Moore and myself. We did a song each month of 2016. It came out in 2017. It's called Let's Get Tight. Again, another very literal Tony Marnie cover with us stuck in a jar of what looks like Vegemite. And this is our current album, ZIPPA DEEDOO, What Is, Was That, This, which is out as of April 2019. And we're doing lots of shows for it, and we really hope you come along to see some of them. It's a really great rock and roll album. I call it a Class A rock and roll album. It's got some fearfully explicit language on it. It's got some jams going out to like 8 minutes in length. And it has 8 songs done 13 ways. Again, another great cover by Tony Marnie. So come along to a show in 2019.